bluntly told me that you can never see your period again because I took out your womb. He took out my womb without my consent, without my husband's approval. Please help me ask him, cry out that I should get justice, and ask the judge, why did he do this? Why? On February 1st, 2024, we registered at Holyfield Hospital under the medical provider, our HMO, Marina HMO. So in that same February, I had an appointment with the gynecologist, who is also the MD of Holyfield Hospital, Dr. Joseph Ayelaje. I went to him because I had been battling with fibroid, and I wanted to discuss with him on how to get it removed. So while we were having that conversation, he suggested to me that I should have my womb removed. I immediately told him no. I don't want that. It's just a single fibroid. Scans have shown a single fibroid. It wasn't even so big. The reason why I wanted it removed was that it was symptomatic, meaning that it causes me to bleed during my menstrual flow and I do have pains. So he said, well, okay, if I don't want it removed, that anyway, you are 44, before you know it, you go into menopause. So let's just have the fibroid removed. So he took me into his examining room with his manager, female manager. She was present there. He examined me and confirmed himself that it was a single fibroid, though a bit bigger than what I told him. So he said, because my next period was already close, so he gave me some medication to take to ease the pain and control the blood flow. So after my period, I came back to see him, and I told him how the medicine worked, but I still wanted the fibroid removed. So he said, well, that we will send a code to your HMO requesting for approval to have your fibroid removed. So a code was sent to the HMO and was approved after the HMO asked that I go for a new scan in a lab approved by the same HMO. So I did the scan. The scan still showed a single fibroid. So the operation date was to be on March 30th. But he later changed the date to March 29th, saying that he had a patient for the earlier date that we picked. So on the 29th of March, my husband and I went to the hospital. We even got there before him. He had to be called to come and attend to me. So the operation was carried out and it was successful, or so I thought. So after I woke up, I kept on asking them for the fibroid that was taken out of me, and I wasn't shown anything. I asked the nurses. I even asked the doctor himself. I said, I haven't seen what was taken out of me. Am I not supposed to see it? He was like, oh, they will show it to you. Haven't they shown it to you? They will show it to you. So I left the hospital without seeing it. And I went home to recover. So that was in March. Then I went back to the hospital in May. I think precisely May 19th. After I hadn't seen my period for a while, because after the operation, I didn't see my period I didn't see it in April, then it was now May 19th. I was now bothered, like, what's going on? So I went to the hospital to complain. Then I met him and I I told him my concerns, and he bluntly told me that you can never see your period again because I took out your womb. I was shocked. I was devastated. I didn't believe him at first. I thought probably it was a kind of like a silly joke or something. I said, why would you do that? We never had an agreement for that. It was to get a fibroid out of me. Why would you do something different? So I rushed out of his office and met his manager, and I told her what he told me. She said that is impossible. It is impossible because you came here for a fibroid operation, and that she was at it in the theater operating room, and that she saw him bring out a fibroid. So then she took me into the theater, showed me, that was the first time I was being taken to be shown something, and showed me a bowl filled with other organs, probably taken out of other people. And she said, look, one of them is your fibroid, that we've not done any womb removal here for a very, very long time. So there is no way, that probably it's a joke. Even his lab scientist was there, and the lab scientist said the same thing, that it is totally impossible, that we all knew what you came here for, that something else wouldn't have been done on you, but what you requested for. They both suggested that I go for a scan immediately, which I did. The results showed that he was right with what he said. He took out my womb without my consent, without my husband's approval. He didn't tell us what he did. I wasn't shown anything in the hospital. I got to know because I went to lay a complaint. There was no pre-counseling. There was no post-counseling. There was no reason why he did something different from what he was told to do. Then he claimed that was what I asked him to do. I said, that wasn't what I asked you to do. I told you to take out a symptomatic fibroid. We had detailed conversation with my service provider, Marina HMO, on what was to be carried out. My husband and I had a conversation with the HMO before an approval was even sent for the surgery to be carried out. So how then did you get something different? So he kept on saying that. The following day, my husband and I went to the police station close to us, Owutu police station, to lay a formal complaint. He was invited over, and he kept on saying the same thing, that I asked him to take my womb out. I never did. I am married to an Igbo man. In the Igbo culture, a male child is very, very important. I have 2 lovely children that I love. I have 2 girls, and I do love them, and I love them. But I have always wanted a male child. Going for the surgery, one of the 2 reasons why I went for it was so that I can live healthily, so that the heavy blood flow will stop, the cramps will stop, and so that I could try for a male child, because I have been told by a previous gynecologist I was using that the fibroid was what was causing my infertility, and that I had a miscarriage. It was also caused by this same fibroid. That was why I agreed to go under the knife. I have been told before by other gynecologists before him to do the operation, but I refused because I was never comfortable going under the knife. I don't like being operated on. So at the police station, while with his lawyer, he later came to me privately, telling me that he was sorry. I said, you can't tell me you are sorry. You have to write a statement, the truth. Let me know the truth. Why did you do this to me? Why did you do this to me without letting me know that you did this, without showing me anything? without my consent, without my husband's approval. Why did you do something different than what we wanted? Why would you do that to me? He kept on begging. The police officers asked him that, where is the womb? He said it was in the hospital. So they asked that he take them to see the womb. I couldn't go with them because it would have been too much for me, devastating. Like looking at it, looking like this is part of me. I would never be able to conceive a child again because he took that decision. I don't know what his reasons would have been. Probably he thought I was his lab rat, I was his farm animal. I don't know what made him believe that he had the right to take that out of me. So we visited the police station on 3 other occasions, and I contacted FIDA. FIDA is the international body of female lawyers. I went to them, I laid my complaints with them, and they have invited him over on 2 occasions now, where he kept on saying that he did me a favor, that he did it for me so that I won't have cervical cancer in future. I told him, my mom is over 60. She doesn't have cervical cancer. My grandma died at a very old age. She didn't have cervical cancer. I didn't come to you to tell you that I wanted treatment for cervical cancer. You did no test on me. You did no test on me to detect if I had cervical cancer or if I would have cervical cancer. Then why would you take out my organs just because you are trying to prevent me from having what you're not my God. You're not my God. Why would you do this to me? I want to know why. I want him to tell me why he did it. Why he played God in my life. Why he felt that it was his decision to do this. And then why didn't he show me? Why didn't he tell me after he did it? Why didn't he show me? Why wasn't I shown anything? Till now, I haven't seen a womb. A womb hasn't been presented to me. A fibroid, what I even wanted, hasn't been provided. I haven't been shown to me. I have seen nothing. And this is like the 3rd month now. I had the operation on March 29th. This is June. So I don't know. I've been through ups and downs. My husband, my children, my family, my friends, my very good friends have been helping me get through this, but I don't still understand why Dr. Joseph Ayelaje would do this to me. I just need answers. Like, why would he do this to me? Okay, I would never be able to carry a son. I would not be able to have that child. But at least I'm a Christian, and we believe that whatever happens to us happens for a reason. But I want to know why he did it. Why did he play God in my life? Why did he feel that he had to do this to me? And then he did it, and then he didn't tell me, and then he started peddling lies that I approved of it. I went to the hospital with my husband and a family friend. I said I wanted the consent letter he claimed that my husband signed. I wasn't giving. I asked his nurses, please, when I came to the ones that were in the operating room, I asked them, what did the doctor take out of me? They said fibroid, of course. I said, are you sure that it was fibroid you saw? They said fibroid, of course. So I think probably his nurses can't differentiate between a fibroid and a womb. Then the HMO, Marina HMO, our medical service provider, his hospital was under their list of approved hospitals. So I picked Holyfield because it was a hospital under them, and I believe they would have done all they needed to do. They would have investigated him and all that. I wonder how they could have a man of such, I don't know what to call him, is it dubious character, under their list of approved hospitals. Because if Holyfield wasn't there, I wouldn't have fallen an easy prey to this. How did Marina HMO get someone like this to be listed among the list of approved hospitals? What is done is done. He has done this to me. I just need answers. Let him tell me why he did it. Why did he do it? I want Nigerians, every human, anybody that has human blood in him, every mother, every sister, every brother that has a sister and a wife, to please help me ask him, cry out that I should get justice, and ask Dr. Joseph, why did he do this? Why? Why? I don't know. Probably I will. I don't know if I ever get the right answers, but I need it for closure so that my family and I can heal and we can move on.
Madam, even the people who reported who gave me the number, the said they reported here, the same we have called them several things for the interview. Up to now, we have never seen one of them. I'm still expecting them, people to see them and one-on-one and tell them where the place is. But they are not even interested in coming to the police station. So I cannot force people to come to the police station when they are not interested.